Today, I just want to talk about the dilemma that diaspora children face. A lot of times we talk about going back home, we talk about the return, we talk about relocating back to Africa, we talk about going back to Zimbabwe, but would have lived in the UK, say for five or above years. And when we came to the UK, we came together with our children. So this where we live is where they know home to be. And in as much as we talk about back home, some maybe probably we brought the kids while they were still young or they were in their teenage years, and then we came together with them to the diaspora. But they've been living here for 5 years and above, and this is more home to them than the one that they left back in Africa. And when we are talking about home, when we are talking about going back home, how do they feel about it? Where do they call home to be? Where is home for them? There are some cases that parents, they would live in the diaspora, be it in Australia, be it in the US, be it in the UK, and don't really visit back home frequently for obvious reasons. Maybe it's expensive. Maybe you have 3 children and you are a family of 5, a mom, dad, and 3 children, and just really to think about the airfare to return or to go to visit, that's a lot of money that we are talking about. And because of that, it's not everyone who is able or is can afford to go back to Africa to visit. So we spent many years here in the UK, here in Australia, in US, with our children without going back. Or at times it's just the parents who are running back home to do a project or two, just to see others, and we leave our children behind. But when we are talking about going back and returning, we are thinking of taking the whole family and go back, all of us. The children, yes, they could still remember a thing or two, some friends that they had when they were still back in Africa. They still remember a few or more things, but they have been disconnected with the continent for quite a long time. And when we are talking about going back to them, home is not the one that they remember, because those relationships most likely have broken down. The relationships that they had with friends, with cousins, the extended family, it has broken down. They never kept contact all these years, and taking them back home, it might feel so different for them. It's a big move that they would need adjusting again, just the same way that they adjusted coming here. And when they go back home, they will feel disconnected. They will find that the friendships that they had is long gone. People have changed houses, and they are not as close as they were before with their cousins, and it's just gonna be too much for them. So where is home for them really? When we are thinking about returning, when we are thinking about going back, where is home for our children? The year they have adjusted. Now they have relationships, they have friendships here, they have like I said, maybe they're in their teenagers. They actually have relationships which are here. And when we are talking about going back, that's going to be something very hard and difficult for them to navigate. And we need to think about that when we are thinking about, when we are talking about home. And even when we try, maybe we came with them when they was too young, and when we try to paint the picture of what home is all about, it's according to the way the way we view home, that could be totally different from the way they are going to find home, because this that they rely on the information that that you are giving them. Even for us adults, it's not going to be the same when we go back home, when we are saying now we have returned, because when we are visiting, we are guests, and people just accommodate to come and see you. And but when we go back, it's not going to be like that. People will not be visiting and coming to see us all the time. They will be busy with their lives, and we will also feel disconnected. But this is a different ball game for our children, and this is something that we really need to think about, that our children, are they going to be able to go back? And some of them, maybe they're even they were born in the diaspora, and now we want to take them to something that is quite different, something that they have never experienced before. So it's the things that we really need to think about and talk with our children. If funds permit, it's good that we take them often as we can, so that they can experience what home is all about, so that they also take part in decisions. And which is also the reason why people, we are so when we talk about why people are not returning home, these are some of the reasons why parents find it difficult that just to uproot their children's lives and just take them back home, because home is where they are. It's where they speak the same language, and with the same accent, with the same rhythm that they knew before. So just taking them there is going to be different for them. So that's the reason why people stay longer here, because they will just think that for me to go back, maybe I'm tired, but I need to do it for my children. Just let me push a bit more, so that they will be able, I would be able to just leave them here with their own lives when I return. So these are also some of the decisions, the reasons why people find it difficult to just uproot their children and return with them. And we also want to just mention the issue about children who did not manage to come to come to the UK with parents, maybe for various reasons. Maybe it could be parents deciding because of childcare, and they don't have support here, then they thought of leaving their children behind. Or some of them, they were over 18, as much as we can say they are adults, but they're still children. Some of them, maybe they're still in college or uni, and they're still relying on us. We are the ones paying for their upkeep there. And maybe you have another sibling here, like in my case, that's what's happening. I have all the children who remained in Zimbabwe, and I just brought one with me. So one of the reasons why that is actually pushing me to go back home is just knowing that the one that I brought with me, if he's gonna live here for many years to come, then it means that he is just gonna disconnect with his siblings who are in Zimbabwe and who couldn't come here. And what does that mean for that child growing up here? And if we live here maybe for 4 or 5 years, already there is gonna be a disconnection that I'll see with his siblings, with Zimbabwe, and everything that he knows about our home country. And it will mean that it will be difficult for me as well, just to uproot him and take him back, because now the home that he knows is the one that we have here in the UK. So I would need to decide thinking about that as well. But he will grow up here, and he will grow up without the support of his family. You'll be isolated in the UK. And that's also one reason why I never wanted to stay longer. That's one reason why I am going back, because I don't want that for him. I don't want him to be disconnected. I don't want to isolate him in the UK. I have lived in this country these few years, but I have seen the importance of family support, and him growing up in this country where he doesn't have that. That's not something that I want for my children, because I will not live here until I die. So even if he is going to grow up, he will still need support of the family. So when he doesn't have their family and the family is back home, what is that going to mean for my child? So these are the reasons why in my case we are going back, and we have always been going back. Last year we came back the beginning of January, and we are going back again. So because I want him to maintain that relationship with our home, because it's not been a long time since we left, so I don't want the disconnection. I want him to be connected. So when we are talking about relocating, we are talking about returning, we have to think about all those things. We have to think about our children, and also considering those ones who did not manage to travel or to come and live here in the UK with us. Those children, in as much as we are able to provide for them and send all the money for their upkeep, but is that really what they need? So when we are talking about relocation, it's really a complicated topic, and one that we really need to think seriously about, and also just think about our children, and how they are going to be able to navigate our return. And if you have children that you have left in the continent, like I do, these are some of the decisions that I just have to make, that I have to make sure that I return for my children, and also make sure that this one that I have with me here doesn't get to an extent that he's so disconnected with the continent, he's so disconnected with our family, with our way of life there, that it will become very difficult for him to return. So yeah, we need to think about what it means going back home, because where is home for our children?